gentlemen, it's a late night. Tonight, we just recently, in a matter of hours, got out of the movie theater. We went and saw it came out today, Infinity Pool, the new Brandon Cronenberg movie starring Goth and Alexander Skarsgard. And now we are going to talk about it. Excuse me. Anyway,
Skarsgård.
should we talk about the plot?
Yeah, can you summarize the plot? I mean,
They're in like some made-up country. That's not a real country, right?
No, it didn't seem like one.
So they're in a fictional country. It's like a resort. It's like where people go to have your vacation, and then a lot of funky shit happens.
Yeah,
in this country.
This odd, almost an alien-like country.
And it reminded me of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, a little bit.
Remind you of the Soviet Union at all?
A little bit of that.
Kind of communist, fascist, that like era of 20th century communism, fascism.
I don't think we grew up with that.
I'm not saying we did.
They had like the brutalism architecture in a lot of their buildings.
Yeah.
And even the writing looked Soviet at first, but then it looked like Arab, and then I was like, I don't think this is anything.
Yeah, maybe it's like the made up country.
Yeah,
language for the made up country or something. Oh yeah.
It looked alien after a a while. I was like, what's going on here?
It did.
But I guess it did take place on Earth, so
it did. Yeah, it was down to earth.
Down to earth.
Is it down to earth film?
Yeah. So have you guys ever seen the only Brandon Cronenberg movie I know is Possessor? That's the only one I've seen of his. Do you guys know Brandon Cronenberg at all?
No.
Yeah, Possessor. It's a lot like this. It's very visual. A lot of visual. Like a lot of the visuals in this reminded me of Possessor.
He's the son of
David Cronenberg.
Who we saw
Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future last year.
Yeah,
that one was good.
I like that one a lot. Yeah,
that was a cool movie.
Yeah,
I didn't know that his son's a filmmaker as well.
Yeah,
I had no idea
until on the tradition.
Watch this.
Keeping it just as weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weird dudes.
Yeah,
I like them.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this one, Sam? Would you run to the theater or wait till streaming?
Oh my god, I would recommend seeing it in theater. I liked it. It was weird and twisted and fun.
Yeah. Ian, would you recommend it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that, I don't get weirded out. Like movies don't real stuff in real life weirds me out. Like movies don't weird me out.
Yeah,
that's just me though. Probably because I'm weird. I have a Dutch accent. Isn't that weird?
Desensitized.
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't get weirded out by movies. But I liked it. Are we already just going into the rating and we're just done? Okay.
Well, I don't want to spoil it. We
Okay.
should let the people know. Rush to the theaters right now, Christian.
Yeah, I'd go see it in the theater. Support the indie more not mainstream.
Marvel, not Disney.
Yeah.
Christian, you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd see it.
Yeah, I would too.
It was pretty weird, like you just said. Yeah.
And that's about as much as we can say without spoiling it, right?
That it was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I know if you go into a Cronenberg thing, you're
like, if anyone ends up watching this, I'd like see if everybody else thinks it's weird.
If you're a fan of Mia Goth, you'll probably love it.
Yeah, she was good. I prefer her in like X and Pearl. She was still good in this.
Mm-hmm. I think it was weird, but I think his dad might have out-weirded him. I think he might have even taken some influence from his pa, like in a couple of those special effects. It looked like something out of The Fly, splitting open. Which is pa directed, right?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
He definitely got like inspiration from his dad.
Yeah,
like especially with like those weird flashy scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he has the they take him into that little room with was it blood?
It looked like the warm liquid goo phase in Austin Powers. So
yeah,
he was just entering the warm liquid goo phase.
Yeah, and he has like the mouth extender
apparatus thing.
I was
like
thinking
the
about
swimmer's cap.
I was thinking about how nasty it would be because I assume they fill up that room with all the blood. Like how
Was it
disgusting
blood?
that would be. Just get all that directly in your mouth and you can't stop it.
Yeah.
But he's got his hands, but still.
Was it supposed to be blood?
I don't know.
I think so because, I mean, can we go ahead and just start talking about it?
Do you want to put up like we could do like a banner thing, right? Do you want to put up like a banner? Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Jeez.
Don't spoil it, everybody.
There
We got the banner going.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
We're in the spoiler time already, you guys.
You've been warned, people.
Go see it and then come back and chat with us about it.
Yeah.
All right. Sam, what were you going to say?
Should we go through like the whole storyline from the beginning, or because mine's kind of like, anyway. So there's a scene where he's watching himself get stabbed.
Yeah.
And then his blood's running down, and it just does a close-up shot of that blood, and it looks like the blood from the room. That's why I think it's blood.
Huh.
I don't know what else it could be.
They just recycle the blood because I mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of chemical. I don't know.
It made him go crazy. Obviously,
But it did.
yeah.
Like at one point, you see he's like, it's like they're going into like a computer or something. Like
Right.
pieces of him are like being taken apart
A little
like,
bit, yeah.
digitally or some shit. It was
A
really
little bit,
really
yeah.
strange.
That's what I really liked. Like, really, what I got most out of this movie was the visuals. I liked all that stuff, and Possessor's a lot like that too. He really likes that kind of stuff, and it's cool. It's really cool to look at.
It was like, it's a cool scene until I start seeing the flashing, and it like that shit gives me a headache.
Yeah,
Like-
Started getting a seizure like the Simpsons when they went to Japan.
yeah,
Freaking out.
Like the Pokemon episode,
yeah,
the banned Pokemon episode.
yeah.
What do you guys think about the whole concept? I guess the story is Skarsgard's on vacation and he accidentally commits a crime, and this place, this country, doesn't. I mean, I guess they got pretty heavy punishments. You get executed for even small crimes.
Right.
So the way out is the government can actually clone you, and then you can pretty much put that clone up as the punishment.
So what was the point of? I was trying to use Thomas Kretschmann was sort of just explaining it. I couldn't really understand him though. What was he saying? Why did they do that?
Sam said that she couldn't understand him either.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like
He-
what
I was
was,
getting a little frustrated.
yeah.
He was saying
Yeah.
it's a part of the new program that they have, because the laws in the country are so crazy. But in order to attract tourism,
Yeah, I got
they
like,
had to make like a tourist side law or something.
but it's like, what's the point of, like what's,
having a law like
and
that.
don't they pay them? Don't they get paid?
The
Yep.
people that work at the jail or whatever.
No, the people that they double, they get paid.
You got to pay for the service.
Yeah. No, they get paid, right? They pay them to get
like
a clone.
executed.
No, well, I mean the clone does.
Well,
Yeah.
Skarsgård had to pay a fee
I
to
thought
get a
he
clone
got
made.
paid. I thought
No.
he like took a.
Oh,
There was
he-
this.
he
Wasn't there a
got it
scene
out
where
of
he
the
took
ATM.
cash?
Yeah,
Right?
he takes money out of an ATM.
And then he
Yeah.
just
That's
handed
what
it to the
was?
guard. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Which I like
Okay.
that they have an ATM in the jail. It's pretty much the country's way
I
of making
see.
money, tourism wise.
Yeah. Okay.
Because even like everybody likes having fun.
Yeah, because I was just like,
It turns out to be a pretty
it's-
fun game.
It's kind of like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, what's the? I was very, I don't know. I was just confused. I was like, but okay, you're killing the clone, but they're still alive. So it's like, what was the point? Of
They got
So-
paid. That's the point.
Was
I guess so. Yeah. I guess like, yeah, you pay a fine. I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
I guess, and it's just to kill.
Yeah.
Killing's fun, I suppose.
was the first execution that we saw? Was that like the family in front of him of the guy that got killed?
Yes,
farmer.
I believe
the
so.
farmer's family.
Okay,
It looked like
because
it,
he
huh?
was like right behind them.
Yeah, right.
So I was like,
Mhm.
do they not know he's there? Are they in on all of this?
I think they just
Something?
didn't. They probably just didn't care.
I had the
Yeah.
same thought because the boy walks past him. And it's like
Yeah.
it's right there. They're lit up. Like
Yeah.
goes
Yeah,
over and
I
stabs
just
him
don't
too.
think they cared. Then what could
Mm.
they do?
They get to
Yeah.
take their vengeance out
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly. I guess that's good enough.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Maybe their culture is just different.
I like how they had like prison tear tattoos, but like upside down, red and green.
To identify
Like
them
all
as
the
like
native people
native
had
people,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat.
yeah. Good way to signify it.
Yeah,
That it's a different
I just
culture.
like stuff like that. That's a neat little touch.
Yeah, I was starting to think like there was going to be like a twist or something at the end where it turns out he is the clone or something, kind of like like
Oh yeah,
similar maybe to like the question you have of like Harrison Ford being a replicant in the Blade Runner movies, something like that.
Right.
There's still a chance.
Right. Yeah.
I like that they brought that up pretty early after the cloning process.
Right,
Like, how do you know you're not a clone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's almost kind of Invasion of the Body Snatchers ish. It is a very interesting concept.
Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger's Sixth Day?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen that. I've never even seen it all the way through. I need to watch that.
Would a movie like that go that deep? The Sixth Day?
I remember it kind of does. I mean, does it execute it well? I don't know.
Oh,
it's been a while, but
it probably doesn't. I remember it kind of. I just remember that's the one where he's like, "Someone is in my house eating my birthday cake with my family."
That's all I know from that movie.
It's got a great line at the end. It's one of the greatest Arnold lines where he's like, "You should clone yourself. Why? So you can go fuck yourself."
Oh yeah,
that's a great line.
I also know that one. A lot of soundboard stuff with Arnold.
Yeah.
What do we think about the performances, Sam? Did you like Mia Goth in this one?
Yeah, I did. I really liked her acting, but I was telling Carlos this. For some reason, her voice just got under my skin.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like I couldn't really understand or hear anyone else, but then her voice was like shrilly high.
Yeah.
Until she started screaming James in front of the bus. I was just cracking up at that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Have you kind of laughing too?
Have you heard how she sounds in real life?
Yeah, I know that is her voice, right? Like, or basically,
it's a little bit. She changes it up a bit, but I was watching an interview recently of like it was like for X or something, and it's like super high pitched.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting that because I never heard her actual voice before, and I was like, oh okay,
and very English too.
It's super interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting for sure.
Did you guys like Skarsgård in this one?
Yeah,
the Northman.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, Skarsgård's got a family full of talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
his dad was really good. That's his dad, right? That was in Andor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was really good in that.
Cosplays as Terry Silver from Cobra Kai.
His brother was in Barbarian.
Yes. Yeah, Pennywise.
I think he was good with his body language.
Yeah, he was like hunched over a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed very unsure for a lot of the movie until he's like not. He like slowly but surely like kind of delves into like being like this really like fucking kind of crazy guy, especially after he takes that drug.
Yeah, and he beats up the guard with the mask on his head.
Yeah, which is like
it's him.
It's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of saw that one coming.
They pull like a R. Kelly and start peeing on him too.
Yeah.
Holy
and then
shit.
he gets in his face and yells like, "Dude, you just pissed there. What are you doing?"
Yeah. Jeez.
Speaking of pissing, when he was in the very beginning, when he's taking a piss and then Mia Goth comes up, just the sounds he was making, I was like, oh, like,
he's like,
sounds like he's being violated. He doesn't like this.
I think you're the only one who didn't hear this. When I was in the car, I was looking up because this got an NC-17. They had to cut a lot of it out.
Damn.
I don't know about a lot, but they had to cut stuff out. And apparently the NC-17 cut shows him actually ejaculating. Like his penis actually.
Oh,
holy shit!
I was like, yeah, it hit the rocks, but
it hit the ground. But
I pointed it out. I said, "Hey, you guys see that?"
Yeah,
you remember? There's a scene in The Green Knight that's kind of like that.
Really?
Do you remember? There's a jerk
that.
off scene in The Green Knight with Seaman too.
Yeah.
Oh my
I guess that's
Lord.
the thing now. That's fine.
Call it the Seaman
They know
shot.
how many
Is
people
it a
watch
prop?
porn.
I mean, really, like, there's something about Mary was the kind of probably originator of that, right?
I haven't seen something about Mary.
What? Oh God, we should do that.
Never seen
That'd
it.
be fun. That's a good movie.
How'd you get the beans about the fang?
Exactly. God.
Beans about my chili.
Sam
those
asked,
kind of beans.
Sam asked if Skarsgård's delivery on that scene was a special effect or if he's a
The
method
real
actor.
deal.
He's a method
Yeah.
actor.
We gotta watch the NC-17
Like-
cut to find out.
Gotta take another take, dog. That wasn't good.
Just give me a little bit.
Did
Just give me a little bit.
you guys like any of the supporting roles? Did any of them stand out to you guys?
You know, for maybe his wife, M. she served the purpose of just like kind of the rational person in that situation, I suppose.
Yeah.
The person that wasn't kind of acting like, in a way, this movie, I don't know if it's just because I'm such a fan of what I'm about to talk about, but it was almost like watching like in a way like Jackass, sort of like the way they acted.
Yeah,
just like a really extreme version of Jackass.
Like how they break into a house.
They break and like when he's like spitting olives at the other people's table, it's just very Jackassy to me. And then pissing on the guy, that just reminded me of Jackass.
Yeah, they would do that in Jackass.
Yeah.
In the very beginning of the movie, when you first meet Mia Goth, when he walks out to the beach, there's a dude on an ATV running around.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
the
yeah.
heck?
Yeah, that was interesting.
And she said something about rebellion, or I can't even remember.
Yeah.
The locals like to rebel or something.
Well, that scene brings up an interesting thing too, because then we learned that Alexander Skarsgard his character James Foster's an author, and she's talking about his book, and now she's a fan of his book.
Mm-hmm.
And he, I guess, suffers writer's block because he hasn't written a book in like 6 years, and I think that might have been his only book he wrote.
Yeah.
But isn't he like rich though?
The wife
his wife.
His wife.
His wife is
He
rich.
married rich.
Yeah,
I see.
which was also interesting.
Yeah. Okay, because the whole time I was like, wow, he must be quite the author.
That was funny when like she's acting how she can't do things. She's trying to cut the bread and she can't. That was a cute little scene.
Yeah.
She's a method actor, or no, not a method.
That was
actor.
her.
She's
No, her
a-
acting job
failure.
was she can't. Yeah, she's a actor who fails.
Yeah.
She
I
acts
fail naturally.
She fails naturally. Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. Little idiosyncratic things like that make me kind of happy.
When she was doing that scene, she kind of looks up for a second. It looks like she's gonna cry, and I was expecting a full breakdown, like emotional. They're like, "Oh God, what's wrong? She okay?"
Pick up the bread.
I'm really liking that Mia Goth is playing these creepy characters. Like in Pearl, she plays like a woman who starts going on a murder spree, and this one, I don't know if she's necessarily murdering people, but she's like pretty insane.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
getting herself killed and everybody else killed.
Oh yeah, she's nuts. Like she's like apparently pretends to enjoy the guy's book, James's book. Was that like a test? Sometimes I couldn't tell like if she was testing the guy or like I don't know, because like right at the end, it's like they're all fine.
I don't think it's a test. I think it's just for fun.
Just
Mhm.
to fuck with somebody.
Remember when like he's like behind the door in his hotel room? She's like, like we could get one of your doubles, and you could fuck me both at the same time. You ever, you could do that. Like I think that's just her idea of fun. I think that's what I got out of it.
Kind of reckless, careless.
Just,
In that same scene, she's yelling at him through the door and saying, "Don't be a baby. It's unattractive." And then he turns around, and I was like, "Oh, that's the one thing he won't tolerate is not being attractive."
Unless you're chicken.
Yeah.
Nobody calls me baby Mia Goth. Nobody.
Prove it.
That scene when she's laying on the hood of the car with her wine. And
Then the
telling it-
chicken, yes.
That was so good.
It's what's for dinner. Yeah.
There's a lot of memorable shots. You have like the infinity pool room with the red. You have her sitting on the car, or even like pointing the gun outside of the bus. And then a lot of those drug scenes, pretty memorable as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
A lot of nudity in this film too. A lot of boobs. I don't know if we got any dicks, but we did get
There
some.
was-
Oh, we got
There was,
dicks.
like,
Yeah,
two.
we
really?
got dicks.
We got semen.
I wanted to point like you were, but I was like, hey, I can't interrupt everyone's viewing.
When they break into the people's house, it looked like the bald guy had like a vagina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else catch that?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what, how? Because they were fucking in that room.
It was cold, Jerry. It was cold.
He was in the pool. He was in the pool.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Okay, that guy straight up had like a Gigi Allen penis.
Yeah.
He did have some like nice labia folds on the side.
I think it's
That's
just
what
his penis. I
that's
think
what
it's
I
just his
think.
penis was so small that it kind of was just maybe just like kind of tucked away a little bit in his body.
Yeah.
I don't
Protection.
know. Yeah,
He's out in the open.
we're all different. We all got different looking bodies.
What do you think they were doing before they got there?
I think they were having sex.
Well,
Looked
yeah.
like it, yeah.
You think they'd be like that though? Like go around and like break into
I
people's
don't
homes
think.
and
I don't
like
think
do
so.
crazy drugs and beat each other out, like their clones up and shit.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think of a similar film that has this kind of plot where the characters just don't care. They're just running rampant all
You ever see
across
Spring
town.
Breakers?
That sounds familiar.
Andy
Oh,
Samberg
James-
yeah.
no, the
James
James Franco.
Franco.
Don't they kind of do
Oh.
that in Spring Breakers a little bit?
Kind
Don't they
of,
go
yeah.
kind of nuts? Yeah.
I'm
I
trying
haven't
to
seen that since it came out.
I'm trying to think maybe like a film about like vampires or something. Lost Boys, I guess they don't necessarily go around and cause that much ruckus.
Not really. Yeah.
They do daring things.
They do,
that could
but
kill
not,
them, but
probably not to this degree.
yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of another cloning movie where you get infinite respawns. Maybe that.
Well, this was a very interesting way of doing it, tying it in with like the government.
yeah,
This was clever. It's
Yeah.
a clever idea.
Yeah.
There-
Kind of just goes to show. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
There's a shot when he's in the jail cell, Skarsgård at the at his first life, and Thresh walks in, played by Thomas Kretschmann, and the way that it's shot is so cool because we have Alexander Skarsgård in focus, but in the background it's all blurry, and the way that Thomas Kretschmann looks, it's very alien-like. The way that the light bends him
Okay.
because he's out of focus.
Okay.
And then finally he walks into focus and he's like an actual human being. But having him look very alien, like I was saying, the words, the language all felt alien. And
Yeah.
even the technology, because
Yeah.
the guys who were having fun with Skarsgård running around town committing crimes, they were like, we've tried to figure out how to replicate this kind of technology. We just can't do it.
Oh, that's interesting.
we've
I guess
tried
I-
cloning
I
technology,
I
but-
guess I missed that dialogue.
Yeah,
That's
something
cool.
about what they have here is just above
Yeah.
everything we can do.
That's neat.
Which I was all like, wait, are these guys in the future vacationing on another world at this point? Like Mars, going to Mars, basically. But then at the end, they're like, oh, yeah, let's go back to LA. And, we're just flying home on airplanes. And then if you look, I don't think it's a passport, but it's a plane ticket. It says 2018. So they're supposed to be taking place in 2018.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't catch that, but yeah, at one point I was like, oh, I wonder when is this set like.
I think it's it's
The
just
past, or-
contemporary.
No.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
You guys smoking on that route, though?
I don't know.
I took ayahuasca once and it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Was that what it was like?
did you get to have sex
No.
with Mia Goth?
No,
That's no fun.
it works in. You have to go on like a special diet with like for 2 weeks before you do it and shit. Can't eat like red meat and.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it can be kind of like that. Probably, I'm sure.
So you do get to have sex with Mia Goth?
No, not that in
No.
particular. No.
Then
Just
I'm-
something like you know how people will say like, oh, I was on the grid when I was like doing that stuff, man, or something like that. It was like someone I know they said that they became the grid.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it sounded nuts.
Oh my god.
It
Is
sounded
it
nuts.
Tron? Is
It's
there,
like the next
in
level.
Tron, there's
Yeah.
the grid. Okay.
Something like that. Like so.
Plugged into the Matrix or plugged out? Unplugged. I
It's-
gotta ask you more about this ayahuasca trip later.
Okay.
But what about the route trip in this one?
It's. I'm sure
What?
ayahuasca would be like that if I enjoyed it.
Well, see, the thing that I liked about this drug in particular is that it's like an aphrodisiac too.
Yeah,
was,
Like
Um,
ecstasy. But
Yeah, or just it's gonna make you a little horny.
I was
I thought
like,
that was a nice little touch.
all right, Alexander got it with Mia Goth, and then they pan over a little bit,
There's
and it's
a
a whole
whole
orgy.
orgy.
going on.
Yeah.
It's a man
it's
house.
like, yeah, man grabbing his leg. And,
I think
I was like, oh no.
her husband's just straight up cuckolding and just jerking off.
Oh,
and
yeah,
watching
yeah.
them,
Yeah, there
have
was a
sex.
guy like just jerking off like right below him. It looked like he was eating out like someone's like his hum or something.
He's hrum. He's hrum. I think he was just jerking off while watching them have sex.
Oh.
Mhm.
What's Kubrick's final film? It kind of gave me those.
Oh, Eyes
vibes.
Wide- I've never
Eyes
seen
Wide
that.
Shut. Just like the wealth that they can
Yeah.
just
Oh,
throw around
okay.
so much
And
wealth
there's
and have these
orgies in that,
orgies.
yeah,
It's a
okay.
lawless land.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Sheesh.
what do you guys think about the murders that their clones had to suffer through. We got a kid stabbing somebody, like a 13-year-old kid.
He's stabbed in the gut, and then they the throat slitting.
Yeah,
then,
we're all like 6 of them, or however many there were, all got their throats slit at once.
Yeah, I thought that was a dream at first, and then it clicked for me. I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna keep on doing this, like cloning themselves, and like
I really like that scene because Skarsgård starts fighting back against them, and you're like, holy shit, they're executing the real ones. Oh my God.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh,
pulls the rug out from under.
That was good.
That was a neat scene.
That was good. They're all in the background clapping.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, they're not dead. Well, but they are dead, but they are not.
I didn't think I was in the bathroom for that long. I don't remember that scene at all.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a good scene.
It was cool. It's disturbing. It was cool.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the urns?
That was a nice little touch. You get a souvenir.
The urns.
Yeah, like they cremate the bodies and then they give them the urn.
As a souvenir.
Yeah. I keep thinking of urns from Hexen.
Boo urns.
They like they revive you or something. They like prevent you from dying. But I don't know.
Sam had a theory on them.
Yeah,
Really?
I think I'm thinking too much about it.
Well, it must mean something.
Well, I was thinking it's like an ego death. So like the first one, what was it?
The first one is him
Sorry.
like basically cheating on his wife, I guess.
No, the first one was like, to me it was like his wife was implying that she only married him because she wanted to spite her father, so that was like an ego death to him. It was like that, and then the second one was him cheating, and then the third one was when he killed his dog self. That was like his animal instincts that he was killing, and then that kind of changes the tone for him. And then he takes all those souvenirs home.
That's
I like that.
Yeah.
And then he goes home a changed man.
Mm-hmm.
Back to normal
He
life.
calls up his wife. He's like, I miss you.
Right.
Oh, I like that.
This is maybe a little off topic, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think about Mia Goth choosing him?
Yeah, why did she choose him? Maybe she thought he was handsome, or maybe she thought he was a mark. Because she said that she did
a smart mark.
Yeah, she said she did some research on him and found that he's kind of a miserable writer who hasn't written anything in 6 years.
Yeah, because it sounds like it didn't go according to plan. She didn't even know he's going to kill someone on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
She was going to have to like work more and actually like convince him to commit a crime. But she said, "You're just so stupid.
Yeah,
you fucked up."
Yeah. I don't know. It sounded like faulty lighting of the car. You know, it's not his fault.
Or was she telling another lie?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe so. She's filled with lies and hubris.
Yeah, that could be a clone that they just had walking across.
I don't think so, though. It's
the
not,
farmer.
I think the farmer might have been a legit person.
The one that took him in?
The one that got killed.
The one that they ran over.
Yeah.
Because that was part of that. Was he part of that guy, the family? Because that kid shows up, but that was like a dream, wasn't it?
Towards the end when
I don't know.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
I guess it must have been.
Yeah, it was a dream.
Yeah.
That was Go ahead.
It goes into like one of those like visual things again.
Yeah, like he's still high.
Yeah.
That was where we got like the effect, like the head splitting open. Yeah, that looked a lot like his dad's films.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was one of the semi-flashy scenes I was able to like keep my eyes on. Because all the other ones I had to be like,
you were like a gremlin. Hey, bright light, bright light.
That's interesting.
Like, come on, this is really cool, but it's like, the flashes.
Sam said she had a hard time looking at them too.
Yeah,
it wasn't the flashes for me. It was just the lighting in general. I was like watching the movie like this because I couldn't focus my eyes.
Even not during psychedelic scenes.
Yeah, like especially the end scene where they turned on all their headlights on them. I couldn't see. I was like blind.
Go bring your glasses. Jeez. Your sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
All your shoes and glasses. Did you feel like that?
No, I was fine. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I feel like I was fine too.
I did want to talk about the cinematography though. What'd you think about it? A lot of the stuff in the beginning, the way that he shoots, it's off frame a little bit.
Yeah.
He like has like the wall in majority of the frame.
Think in the dinner scene, Mia Goth is like right here in the like the background is the kind of center focus, not center, but like the the focal point of the shot. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Very interesting to choose that
Yeah.
style.
I liked it.
Yeah, it worked for you.
It's unique,
There was
Instead of having like two people talking in frame, you just like have it off kiltered.
Yeah,
It felt like he almost like shot it wide and then maybe chopped it and then just had those frames because it kept switching back. I don't know if that's what he did.
Could be.
It's just
It's different.
It's different. Like I said, it's unique. It makes just the
Throws you off.
shots a little more interesting, and it's not just by the book.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with going by the book, but at the same time, it's just I don't know. I like it when framing gets kind of played with.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I really liked it. It was different. It was like kept me looking around, like interested. There's one scene when he first meets everyone else, and they're in that room drinking whiskey and whatever. And they all have the seats all around. The way,
great shot.
Yeah, the way that was set up, it made me feel like I was like peeking in on the conversation.
That was very good.
Definitely. Yeah. It was just like I guess like a couple walls, and then you're looking in the doorway.
It's zooming in or panning in.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
And the main focus in the center seemed was Skarsgård sitting next to Mia Goth. Right. So I wonder if that point the director's trying to say like, oh look, they're starting to kick it off really well. Yeah. He's definitely like not next to his wife for sure.
With his wife.
My wife.
Oh, sorry. That's what the second death was he lied to, and
said he lost his passport.
He lost you see that he found his passport, but then he kills the guard who's lying, like he doesn't. Anyway, the whole thing.
I like
he killed the guard who was lying?
Himself as a guard. He didn't know, so it was like revealed as a lie to him or as a prank. And so I was thinking like that was because he lied to his wife, and then you find out that they lied to him. Whoa. And he kills that and takes that urn. That's another thing, like another.
Ooh, I like that. I did not catch that.
Yeah, because he just like pulled his passport.
I thought it was behind the toilet, but I think it was like a water heater.
No, it was
or
a toilet.
Under a sink or something.
Really?
Water line to the toilet.
Oh, I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Good hiding spot.
One place where no one will check. Yeah. Behind the toilet. It's funny.
I appreciate the creative cinematography.
Yeah.
Some good different angles and all that stuff. It's always nice. Especially when it's done right and well, and they did it right and well in this, I feel like. So
good lighting, good sets. Especially like you were talking like the Soviet era places, like especially in the prison.
Yeah.
Felt very Soviet and old and worn out.
Just the way the guards looked and like their uniforms and stuff,
Yeah.
Very Cold War-ish almost.
Definitely
militarized.
Like the barbed wire fences and stuff,
surrounding the
prisoner
resort.
War camps.
That was super weird that they had to leave the resort.
Yeah.
And it was like all walled up. It looked like they're going to Jurassic Park. I was like, I don't know if you guys should be going out there.
Yeah.
They didn't focus on any other guests at the hotel at all.
Right.
Like it was just that crazy crew.
Except for that one guy that Skarsgård was throwing cherries at.
Yeah.
Where they have something. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's people with like the square weird things.
The Jewish.
Yeah.
Like
they're like hanging out in the airport.
Or I think it was the lobby while they were leaving the hotel. That was so funny.
They had like Pinocchio noses.
That was so funny.
Is that like a costume they were wearing or an alternate
it's just
reality
of just how people are?
Is Brandon Cronenberg like Kanye West? He's trying to say something about the Jews. No. What's going on, Cronenberg?
Like those awful caricatures of Jews.
Yeah, that's what that's exactly what it was.
They had the curls and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that was just some goofy thing.
That was like a bad gag out of the beginning of an airplane.
Oh, like with
the Hare Krishna.
The airplane with like the beard.
The airplane with the beard.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Oh, it comes in from like Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
oh my god.
About. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I guess I don't know. I don't even know if this is Earth. Now I'm starting to question if this is like an alternate Earth.
I don't think so.
Alternate universe. Because why are there guys with Pinocchio noses? What's going on?
Of course it's alternate. I mean, it's a fucking movie, but
that place.
I don't think it's definitely Earth. How's it not Earth?
It's like based on Earth.
It's definitely Earth.
Based on Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
it's Earthish.
Oh, it's Earth. I mean, what other country looks like what other planet looks like that?
What other planet puts you in a room with a giant thing of blood and they give you a
Earth,
apparatus?
That's had to have happened on this planet at least once.
The reason that I wanted to see this film was I saw on Twitter that the director, Brandon Cronenberg, he brought out Alexander Skarsgård on a leash on stage to like talk about the film.
Goth too with the leash.
Yeah, Mia Goth was carrying him around on a leash. Yeah. I was like, okay, I gotta see what this movie is about.
I was waiting for that. I was like, because I saw like the picture of him with the leash on. I was like, oh, okay, it gets a little crazy, and then it happens. I'm like, oh, he's a dog.
What'd you think about that? I think
it's crazy.
It almost proves that he's not a clone because the clones almost seem to be dumb. The first one could barely call his wife's name out. He was like,
okay.
Whatever her name is, mom, help me.
It's like the clones from Spy Kids, like
clones
the
Spy Kids.
Yeah, in the first one they have the third brain, and like the kids they don't talk properly yet, so they need the third brain so they can talk right.
Weren't they robots?
Yeah, clone. Yeah, not actual like organisms.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
And the dog, it could only like bark. It seemed he wasn't like making sentences.
Yeah, it was. Actually, I get a bigger. You remember that part in Logan when his clone shows up? He can't really talk. He just grunts.
Wait,
a little bit.
Is that the one with the bad Deadpool in it?
No, the bad Wolverine.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, like it kills.
That's not in Logan, is it? I thought that was in like X-Men Apocalypse or something.
No, that's in Logan.
Oh, it is.
Where they kill Professor X.
Oh,
okay.
I don't remember that.
I don't really remember that either.
Spoilers. Have you guys seen it? Everybody?
Yeah,
I've seen it, of course.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Forget everything I just said.
I mean, it's been out for like 5 years now. If anybody's at fault here, it's Sam, of course, for not watching it.
Fuck, dude.
My bad.
It's really good. You should check it out.
It's a good movie.
The only movie I've seen is the Goofy movie.
We need to talk about that. I like that movie, and I also like an extremely goofy movie too.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the pizza in it.
There's a lot of pizza in those movies. Yeah.
And the cheese was.
Yeah, a lot of cheese.
Oh boy, no cheese in this, right?
No, not that I saw.
See any.
Lots of alcohol and drugs.
Oh yeah,
and
debauchery.
And
oh yeah, what do you guys think about that last scene with Mia Goth?
The last scene with Mia Goth?
After he kills the dog, he lays down.
And when he kills the dog, I started cracking right when the dog got brought. There were times where we were laughing just because we have a twisted sense of humor. And she's like, kill the dog. And I was just like, and then he killed the dog. It's one of the funniest parts of Kung Pao. That's all I could think about. The breastfeeding. She kind of breastfeeds him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. She like wipes the blood on herself.
That's cool.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Had to console him.
Yeah.
He is a big baby after all.
He's a little baby.
Good for him.
Go get breastfed. Yes.
James, you little baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good imagery.
When's the last time you guys saw someone getting breastfed?
A grown man.
On a big screen.
A grown man.
I can't tell you.
I saw it at the airport. I saw it at a brewery. I see it a lot. Not with grown men. Just in general.
It happens in the boys.
In general.
You do what you did in the theater. I'm just pointing.
With a grown man?
Yeah, with a grown man.
Oh, nice. Oh, did I see that? Does that happen in the first three? That sounds familiar.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, what's going
The
on?
boys.
Oh,
talk about the boys.
A grown man gets breastfed
by the like almost a clone guy, or he's like Mystique.
Oh, it's a guy.
Elizabeth Shue.
Oh, she breastfeeds. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's Elizabeth Shue.
Very cool. Impressive.
There's a character
Very
in it.
Nice.
If you watch more of it, you'll come to find there's a character in it who has a thing for milk. So
gross.
Like any kind of milk.
Yeah, they love milk.
Breast
like
milk?
there's
almond milk, cow milk, breast milk.
I think it has to
Goat
be
milk.
dairy. Like, because
Oh.
there's a scene in the third season where he like finds a cow patch or something, and he's like really fascinated by it, and he's like he can't help but just milk the cow.
He's like Tom Green. Doesn't Tom Green do that? And Freddy Got Fingered. Isn't he?
I gotta rewatch
Kung
that
Pao
one.
when he milks the cow.
Oh yeah. That fucking movie. God.
Breastfeeding. Yeah, we got breastfeeding. We got a lot of sex, a lot of nudity,
A lot of orgies.
drug use.
We got the chicken.
And then they bring it all back down, and they're all like, "Oh, now we got to go home."
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you get home in LA?
Yeah.
I don't know. Rearrange the furniture.
Decorate the house.
Yeah.
The husbands are gonna go back to work, and the wives are gonna stay home and go crazy.
Back to school.
Paint the room.
Is that what a good vacation is like?
I guess so. It seemed to satisfy them. They're all good.
Except James.
James.
He seemed
He had to
like
go sit out in the rain.
he went back to being like very unsure. He was like,
Do you think they're gonna go back?
Huh?
Do you think they're gonna go back next year?
Yeah,
They may.
maybe. And, things like that can really linger in your head for a while, I feel like. Yeah. And I don't know. No, they could if they want. You can make a Infinity Pool 2.
I wonder if he's gonna wear a little necklace with all of his ashes.
Perhaps.
And from all the clones that he killed.
I don't know. You taking the risk though? What happens if you turn out to be the clone? I don't know if I'm taking the risk.
Okay.
It wouldn't match the first time though, because then you know for sure.
Well, you said you think the clones are stupid. Maybe that defeats if they are the clones, maybe that defeats that theory. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're not clones. I don't know. Maybe.
That's another piece of media that plays with like the cloning and wait, am I the real one? Am I not? Is Westworld, the TV show.
Yeah.
They like have robot clones.
I think I saw Thomas was in Westworld.
Is he really?
Crashman?
Huh.
Maybe.
I think you're right. Yeah, he might have been like one of the big money guys.
Mm-hmm.
Should we rate it, guys?
Sure.
What do you guys? Let's start with Sam. What would you give Infinite Pool?
I really liked it. I don't know, like a 4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
Oh, good score.
That's a really good score.
That's a really good score.
No complaints other than Mia Goth's voice.
And the lighting.
Yeah, I can tolerate that. It's just my dumb eyes. It's not their fault. Yeah, I really liked it. It was super wacky and weird, and there was certain points like I thought for sure he would realize it was all just a dream, but thank goodness it didn't end up like that. I really liked it. What about you, Ian?
I think I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I liked it. It's good, but it didn't blow me away or anything. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It's just I like the creativeness and the uniqueness, and I like Mia Goth a lot, and I like Brandon. I don't like him as much as his dad, but I like so far. I've enjoyed his movies. They're just very visually pleasing to me. I like that. I like how they're unique, and they're just I don't know. They're just not like not to rag on Marvel, but it's just you always know what you're getting when you see a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen this? Like with Marvel, you always kind of know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like uniqueness and individuality and
nudity
and that too, and breastfeeding and eating chicken on the hoods of cars.
Yeah. Where'd they get that?
That's like straight out of a fucking John Waters movie or something. That was pretty good. But yeah, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Nice. Christian?
Probably give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. I liked it a lot. I like I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Cronenberg movies. The only other Cronenberg movie I've seen was David Cronenberg's Crime of the Future. So if I have seen other Cronenberg movies, if I watch them and maybe I can compare it and be like, oh yeah, maybe compare and contrast and be like, yeah, maybe I don't know how I feel about that. Then maybe this is a different story.
And, I mean, in a way, maybe it's not fair to. It's just they're just father. It's like it's not. I don't know. He's his own person.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not like
He definitely
he will. He always, I'm sure, will be compared to his dad. That's just that's just what happens. It's funny. Red Letter Media were talking about nepotism in Hollywood in one of their videos.
We got Skarsgards in every
right.
film.
Yeah.
The Cronenbergs.
Yeah. Yeah. It may be. They brought up how it's like the same thing with like a plumber. A plumber's kid kind of takes over the job.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Blacksmith.
Cut you off.
Very good.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was. I thought the acting was really good. Mia Goth. I mean, I'd probably agree with you, Ian, that I like her better than X, or anyone else that thinks that. You guys think she's better in X?
Oh,
I do.
Pearl's
probably the best thing she's done that I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do think I liked her better in X than this.
For sure.
The character,
but I did like her in this.
Still have to watch.
I just like her. I don't know. I just kind of like her. She's just. I don't know. She's just. It's the Mia Goth wave right now. It's like that. The Jenna Ortega, like they can kind of do no wrong right now, from what I've seen. So.
For sure.
Don't fail me now. Keep doing good shit.
Yeah, seems like she's on a roll. That's cool. Yeah, Skarsgård's great too. I always like him. I think I liked him. I don't know if I liked him better in this or in The Northman because he did a really good job in both of those movies. But great in this. Very. He sold me on his character's little adventure that he went on, and cool story, cool little things going on. Kind of fucked up, but cool.
Almost two different characters too that he's playing in Barbarian. He's very hardcore and masculine and can take anybody on, and then this one he's kind of a little baby.
Takes range.
The Norseman, yeah, very
Yeah.
buff, and this one he's a little bit more weaker.
He looks a lot different.
Yeah,
he definitely looks like a Viking in that one.
Mm-hmm. So Sam said 4.5, Ian said 3.5, Christian with the 4. I think I'm right in the middle as well. I think I gotta go a 4 out of 5 on this one. I like going to a faraway land that we don't know. It's a new land that we're exploring. Mia Goth and Skarsgård are great in this one. Cronenberg definitely has his dad's style, like the futuristic tech that the Soviet Union's using. It feels both ancient and modern at the same time, very 80s sci-fi in a way. I love that. The supporting roles, they're all really great too. The one thing that bugged me that might lower my rating is we were talking about the way that he off frames a lot of his subjects. I know that he's doing it for style purpose and to give us throw the audience off, but I don't know, it's not my favorite way to shoot a movie. Gotcha. And they were all very close up too, very tight shots. It's fine. It works. It's just not my preferred style.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I love these kind of movies. We're exploring different ideas, like should we clone each other and be able to get away with crimes? There's new alien laws in a new alien land that we got to adjust to. And we learned some lessons along the way. Maybe don't leave your wife hanging and going on big drug trips with Mia Goth and orgies.
It's weird. A lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would pass that opportunity up?
Oh, that's another thing. It reminds me of The Land of Tomorrow, I think. I was telling you guys about that one that they shot in Disney World. Oh. It feels very acid trippy and he's cheating on his family and stuff too in that one. Yeah. End of Tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, they shot it all in Disney World.
Are you guys gonna go get some food?
Yeah, I think before we do that, let's let everybody know that this Wednesday we'll be live on Twitch playing something we haven't decided yet. Maybe GoldenEye. We'll discuss that. Yeah. And then next Saturday we will be reviewing Phone Booth. We had to push it back this week, but next Saturday we'll be back with Phone Booth from 2002. But yeah, I guess let's get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, everybody. Always good to talk about movies.
Thank you for having us as always.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. It's
Christian,
fun to join.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for getting the tickets.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah, so I think let's go get some burgers, guys. Let's get the hell out of here.
Can I go?
See ya.
Yeah,
No, you can't go. Here, stay.
All right, bye. Fuck my life. To McDonald's. Oh. Oh, they left and they didn't turn the. Oh. They left without turning it off. Huh. Okay. I guess I'll just go and get my own chicken sandwich or something. Add mayonnaise to it, or I don't know, some kind of hot sauce, perhaps. Goodbye.